Give me a second here, guys. Trying to figure out the mic situation and why the correct microphone isn't popping up. So give me 1 minute here. I'm on a microphone, but it's not the right one. That is on. It is working. Properties. Why is it not showing up? I hate when this happens. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and run the random like this, and hopefully we don't have to do the whole break using this microphone. I hope it doesn't sound too bad, and I'll have to do it, figure it out after. For some reason, there's times where we pop on, and it doesn't pick up our mic. I don't know why, but let's get to the random here. I'll keep checking it throughout the break and see if I can switch it over. There it is. There it is. All right. Now we're good. Cool. All right, let's get our random out of the way here. Sorry for the delay there. Figure out who's going to get what type. We've got the collector list, the title already in. We're going to do 4 or higher on the dice roll. 6 it is. Here we go. We'll pop it in the app. We'll give it a quick review, and then we'll try to catch them all. All right, we got Caleb on the top, Rocky on the bottom. Save that. We're going to come over here to the app, give it a little refresh, and there we go. So on Dark, we've got Caleb, Jeff on Dragon Steel, Caleb on Electric. If it stops scrolling right. Hargis fighting, Rob on Fire, Jeff on Grass and Normal, DJ on Psychic, Hargis on Trainer, and Rocky on Water. So there you go, friends. If you need a quick review, pop over to the app, turn it vertical, and you can see which type you have. So let me copy these, get them into the app, and then we will get to ripping, friends. We do have a few more breaks open tonight. Baseball, Chrome Jumbo, half case, almost full, and hockey with new release Clear Cut is also almost full. So random is ready. Again, I will call out who has what during the break. And if you need a refresher, just check it out on the app. Scroll down a little bit and you can see who you got. We're going to start out with our ETBs here. Vivid Voltage up first. There's a big Pikachu in here. Let's see, where's our promo? Is there no promo? I guess we don't get a promo in these. No promo in the Vivid Voltage. All right. Thought every ETB always had a promo, but I guess some of the older ones didn't. So going back to Sword and Shield era here with the old yellow border design. Hope everyone had a great weekend, ready for that holiday tomorrow. Feels like a Saturday today, because I'm guessing everyone is off work and school. We will have normal breaks tomorrow. And here we go, friends, with our Vivid Voltage. Back in these days, you only got one holo or reverse per pack as well. So it's kind of weird only pulling one out to the side. Stone Energy, and then sometimes you get 2, I guess, but Choodle. Charmeleon and Orbeetle V out to the grass spot on the base V. And we've got Galarian Sirfetch'd V Full Arts. There you go, fighting. Over to Mr. Hargis on the Galarian Sirfetch'd V Full Art. It's cool. I like that Pokemon. I like the style there. And we've got Talonflame V Fire. And 3 hits out of that ETB. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Surging Sparks time. Another Pikachu to chase here. This one I know has a promo, that Magneton. Alright. Magneton promo for our electric spot. That is Caleb tonight's. Caleb. Cannot wait. Less than a month away until Mega Evolution. For some reason I thought it was this past Friday, and I was wrong. It is end of September 26th, something like that. Whatever that Friday is. So we will have Mega Evolution breaks, you can bet. All right, here we go. Surging Sparks. Cyclizar EX out to the normal spot. Flittle Terrapagos. Alolan Executor EX Dragon. Anything else in this last pack? I guess we got something. What do we got? Melodic EX Full Art. There you go, Water, Mr. Rocky. It's a nice Pokemon. Melodic EX. All right, Twilight ETB. And then we'll get on to our bundles. Got our Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. This one's nice too because it's textured. They textured this one a little bit. The Magneton, they don't. Grass on the promo over to Jeff. All right, Twilight Elite Trainer Box. Let's get a special illustration rare finally. We're looking for the big Greninja here, I do believe. All right, we got an IR coming up. Bellibolt and Wattrell. Out to Lightning, Electric Spot. Caleb, nice hit. Wattrell, illustration rare. Looks like we got an EX coming up here of Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon out to Fighting. And what do we got here? Full Art, Dragapult EX. Nice one, Dragon on the Full Art. Last pack magic. And nothing there, but we got an illustration rare finally. Finally. And it's time for some booster bundles. All right, here we go. Journey and Destined. Guess the Charizard EX, the Shattered Glass version from, I think it's Obsidian Flames, has popped up over the past week. That one's up big time. Oh, the big mover right now, which I kind of expected that over time. As these Charizards, the nice Charizards and stuff get older, those are the ones that are going to go up. All right, Journey Together. Journey Together. I think now's a good time to start investing into some of these Sword and Shield era Pokemon too. Maybe even now that we're getting into Mega Evolutions, some of the early Scarlet Violet sets too. The first 3-4 sets that they're not going to be reprinting anymore. Tapu Koko EX Base Electric. Good to start stashing, buy up some stuff you want for your PC now before it goes up in price too much. Swinub Fighting on the illustration rare. And there is Journey fighting over to Mr. Hargis on the IR. All right, Destined Rivals. Team Rocket's Persian EX base, normal spot. Arboliva EX Full Art Grass. And there is Destin. Not a lot of love out of that bundle. All right. Hit our prismatic and close up with black and white. Probably run this one back tomorrow. Nice mix. I really like doing these with a bunch of different products in it, because overall you should, if we did all of the same products, you should get just as many illustration rares, full arts, special illustration rares, things like that. Your odds are the same, but having so many different products gives all the spots a chance to hit, because pretty much all spots have a nice special illustration rare somewhere within the collection of products. So here we go. Prismatic Pokeball Hippopotas for the fighting spot, and Lugia EX base. Nice one, normal. Love the Lugia. Lugia, always a fan favorite. And what we got here? Drayton. Is this I think this is a special illustration rare. Kind of looks like a comic book. Drayton SIR Trainer Spot, Mr. Hargis. There you go. Nice hit. Looks like a scene from a comic or something of that nature. All right, got one. Prismatic coming through. Pokeball Monkey Dory and Noivern EX base normal. Hollow Psychic. And Maximum Belt Trainer Spot. There is Prismatic. Black and white left to close us out. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. White Flare. White Flare up first. See those big ultimate rares here. Duat Pokeball. And Ducklet illustration rare. Water with another hit there from Mr. Rocky. Pokeball Yanmask Psychic. And Reshiram EX Fire Spot. Swoobat. I haven't seen that one yet. There you go, Psychic. Illustration rare. First time I've actually seen this one. Remember too, we do offer PSA grading services. A lot of these illustration rares are definitely worth getting into a PSA 10 if they're clean. So PSA 10s do very well on the market, of course, for all these. Form is linked in every single break on the app. At the very top, you can see a link to consign on eBay and submit to PSA. Elgium on the Pokeball. And there's a Master Ball Electric. Out to Electric Caleb. Master Ball. Pokeball Muna. And we've got illustration rare Cubchoo. 2 for water. And Pokeball Energy Coin, and that'll do it. Excadrill EX base for the fighting spot. And there is tonight's Pokemon break. Actually didn't end too badly there. lot of illustration rares right at the end, and that SIR as well. Get through our recap here, and probably expect some more tomorrow. Probably just run this one back. Actually, we can't run it back. That was our last Vivid Voltage ETB, so I'll probably swap it out for a different Elite Trainer box. And here we go. Let's gather all these up over here. All right. Here we go. Water with the Duat Pokeball. Teal Mask Ogerpon promo for Grass. Excadrill EX Fighting and Hippopotas Pokeball. Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon EX. Electric with the Tapu Koko EX Magneton promo. Lugia EX to the normal spot. Noivern EX and Rockets Persian EX. And the Cyclizar EX. Fire with the Reshiram EX. Talonflame V. Dragon with the Dragapult EX. Alolan Executor EX. Energy Coin for Trainer on the Pokeball and Maximum Belt. Orbeetle V, Grass, and then Pokeball, Elgium, Psychic, Muna Pokeball, Yamask Pokeball, and Monkey Dory Pokeball. 4 Pokeball hollows for the Psychic spots. Up on the showcase, Fighting Swinub illustration rare, Swoobat illustration rare for our Psychic spot. Full Art Galarian Sirfetch'd V Fighting. Electric with the Master Ball Electric, and then Watrel on the illustration rare. Grass, Arbivola EX Full Art. Water, have a nice break here. Melodic EX Full Art, and 2 illustration rares, Ducklet and Cubchoo. Nice water break. And our special illustration rare, Drayton, Trainer Spot on the ultra rare guy there. Hargus, nice hit on the Drayton comic book illustration rare. That'll do, friends, for tonight's Pokemon Mixer. I do appreciate everyone hanging out with me tonight and joining as always. Have yourselves a great rest of your night. We'll see you soon, and take care.